to tell you about is that I think Democrats right now at the Capitol are losing the debate. First of all, we're losing because we say the governor's got all the cards and he's going to win. So he said no new taxes, no new revenue, no new this. Yes, we're going to cut this and cut this and cut this, and we're going to borrow in these weird ways and do everything else. You're going to do it my way or not at all. And even when we give him what he wants, he sometimes then changes his mind and adds new things to the picture. And what I'm saying is,
two vetoes. We've had two
yes,
veto overrides.
and so what I'm saying
that
is,
doesn't really mark a history of cooperation, does it?
and so what I'm saying is, let's take it a different approach. The legislature passed a bill. I didn't like it last year to balance the budget. The governor rejected it. He signed the bills and then he vetoed some and unallotted other things. He broke the law. The Supreme Court ruled that he broke the law, and he can't do that. He broke the law. He failed. He's got a problem. It's not a problem we can fix, because whatever we do, he's going to veto it, because he doesn't want anything we're going to do. If it's ours, he learned that politically, the more often he says no to us, the more his political standing rises. So he's going to keep saying no, even if we're giving him stuff that he really wants.
The Wall Street Journal faulted him for the GAMC compromise.
Yeah. So he gets all the credit for doing the wrong thing. Now, what I'm saying is, we ought to recognize that the legislature, if we believe people ought to be held accountable, hold them accountable. He broke the law. He had the court rule against him. He's got a problem. And we can't fix it for him. We can help him, and we should offer to help him. And we should tell him, Governor, offer your proposal on how to fix the problem. And he'll come in with something with no new revenue. Probably it'll look like a list of unallotments he wants us to adopt. And we can look at it and say, look, this one we don't like it, but we can live with it. This one, no, we're not going to accept that. This one, raising taxes on low-income people, no, we're not going to accept that one either, because the rent credit is, the cut in that is an increase in their taxes, their property taxes. So we're going to say we're not going to accept this and this and this. We list the ones we're not going to accept, and the things that we have wrong, we fault with this thing, things we can't accept. Pass it back to him. Tell him, Governor, it's time to come up with a new proposal. Here's what we can accept. And then he comes back with a new proposal. Now, if he comes back with the same thing, what we would normally do is say, oh, we crossed off 20 things, and he must be serious. So he won't accept these things that we rejected, so we better accept these 10 that we already rejected. And we pass it back to him. He comes back another one. Oh, he must be really serious. So we cross off a few others that we had planned to reject.
It sounds like the Bush compromise.
And what I'm saying is, what if we would make him responsible for his behavior? Do what he's done to us. He gives us this bill. We cross out these 20 things, tell him to come back with a new proposal. He comes back with the same thing, and we say, Governor, what part of no don't you understand? And to add insult to injury, he just, in order to make his point, this is all theater on his part. He's trying to score points with the national delegates. How does he do that? He says, oh, those guys at the Capitol, all they do is bicker. I'm going to go fishing for the fishing opener. So he's going to leave town and says, I'll bet they'll still be bickering when I come back. What I think we should do is just say, look, Governor, it's your problem. You broke the law. It's your fault. You've got a problem. We offered a solution. You didn't like it. You've got to fix it. We're here to help you. We're going home. When you come in with a new proposal, call us back. We won't adjourn for sine die until Sunday night. So we'll go home, but we'll be ready to come back on Saturday if you want, as soon as you have a proposal. And if you can't come up, if you're not going to be serious before the end of session, okay, well, we got to adjourn then because we're out of time. But we will come back for a special session. It should only be a one-day one. We just got to have you send us something we can agree to. Send it back to him. Now, who's in control there? Well, I think the Democrats might have a chance to get some of what they want. Instead, what we're going to get is 1% of what we want, and we're going to get 95%, 99% of his stuff, and we're going to get kicked in the teeth. And we're going to look like we gave in to him because we did. So I'm saying, why don't we just stand up to him?
If we have done this perhaps for his presidential candidacy, we can look now and say that he's polling about 1%, and that we have done it for that. We've sacrificed Minnesota, it looks
we
like.
are helping him sacrifice Minnesota for his presidential ambitions, and that's wrong.
You're sounding like an enabler then.
That's what the legislature has effectively done. If the legislature would say, no, we're not going to take this anymore. Governor, it's your problem. You broke the law. We offered a solution and you broke the law rather than respond to that. Now it's your turn to fix it. And we're here to help you. But we're not, you go up north, we're going to just go home because we're just waiting for you. It's his problem. And we can help him with it, but we're not going to enable him.